get up to about 95.
Yeah. Toby Bender and Mitchell Madsen, the good-looking pair of juniors, will take the opening face-off here as we are underway. Here's Kuhlman. He will send it in deep and Gertz out of his net to slow it up. And behind Bender frees up for Litzy. By the way, you're getting a look probably at the Lumberjacks line, the starting line next to Mike. Well, Johnson breaks up and he puts one over the top of that. Bender over skate. Now we get a whistle and the net has become dislodged.
Good first shift so far, and again, the Lumberjacks, they've had scoring problems. A lot of that is Kobe Bender has not played very much since the first game of the year. He had an injury, fractured leg, so the team really need him back. And really helps solidify those top two lines. And their most talented forward and speediest and speediest.
Bender on the faceoff has the puck, a quick shot, that just wide of the left post. And Thunderhawks push it out to center ice. Going down to stand on the play with nice to work on that goal. A bit of that cold still trying to get rid of it. Yeah, get rid of that. Bender brings it to the line and then offside, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off outside the Grand Rapids zone. That'll give a chance for each team to change up their forward line. Second line up the Lumberjacks, Mike. Tim Ochesky juggling things here. Kyle Platt centers the second line. Tyler Chico is number 8 on the left wing, and Hunter Roberts, number 6 on the right wing.
And the balance of those top two lines a little bit more. It will be interesting to see how the matchups go. Who the Lumberjacks match up against that Mitch and Matthew.
Heaney and Davidson are the second pairing for the Lumberjacks. Here's a chance at the other end. Turned aside is Jonah Bischoff in on the feed from Gunnar Harris. Here's a quick hard shot. Got it in all over his shoulders. Thunderhawks go D to D. Here's Connor LaRocque's shot. That's blocked away by Roberts. And now Davidson will take it behind his own net. Reed Davidson keeps it up for Roberts on the wing. And Roberts, center right, knocked down by Connor LaRocque. Of course, the son of former Grand Rapids head coach Bruce LaRocque.
A lot of years.
Yes, he was. And he had a older brother that also played defensively for the Thunderhawks. Turned over, here's a chance. Grand Rapids and shot right on. And a save by Holhauser.
It really came out of the net there. 19 ran. Cut that angle down.
Brendan Mark jumping on a turnover for Grand Rapids. Puck stays in line, but not out. Held in at the left point. Top left third forward shot. Drifted wide at the goal. Comes over to the far side. Starts that drive. That's picked off by Davidson, and he'll clear it all the way down. It's right on goal. There'll be no ice. And Gertz will throw it up to center ice for Soderberg. And gets past him. That'll be an icing call on Grand Rapids. 14:40 left to go here. First period. There is no score. Both teams have one shot on goal.
And Lumberjacks dominating the first shift. Grand Rapids the second shift. And now we'll see how the third line. New look third line for the Lumberjacks.
Third line for the Lumberjacks. Ryan Bourgeau, sophomore, finds his way in the lineup. Ryan Schramm, number 24, the juniors on left wing, and Derek Bloom, senior, number 2, down the right wing. Turnaround shot there by Schramm on goal. Save made by Gertz. And in the corner with it for Grand Rapids is Anderson. Turned aside there by Bloom. Bourgeau lost the stick. Here's a chance at the backhand from behind the goal line. Once again, Ryan Schramm all around the net, and that net just comes popping free. Gertz, second time in a row now, Mike.
He's mysteriously knocked it off a couple times. Ryan Schramm, again, we've talked about him. Missed all last year with the knee injury. A kid that scored goals all the way up through the program here, Randy. They have him at wing, more of a natural scoring position than center is, where you focus more on defense. So we're hoping to get him to break loose a little bit.
He has been coming on.
And he hasn't had a ton of chances. Great gestures here. He had 2 pretty good ones on that last shift.
Back out at center ice, Thunderhawks made it through center. Coming in on the wide wing. Now stopped and turning back the other way is defenseman Anderson. Galt Anderson. Rock goes deep into the corner. Trying to step around a man and Adams. Adams blocks down 3 of it there by Kuhlman. Bender takes over, leaves the drop to Kuhlman, and Jack Kuhlman will survey the ice here as sends the pass up the middle, trying to stretch it through the center for Toby Bender, and Bender got held up there long enough by LaRocque. Couldn't complete the pass. Thunderhawks started out of their own zone, wide and pass up ahead, just out of the reach of Kenton. Played back out to center, and Mitchell Madsen will take over there for Grand Rapids. The Thunderhawks, the second team score with 8 goals, 10 assists.
there. I do not remember him being a big impact player last year. Here he had committed to North Dakota or somewhere. I thought, oh, come on. Boy, he is a big kid.
Like Peterson, here's a shot by Benson. That's off the shoulder and out of play.
What do they have? Massive listed at 6'3". Yeah, that's very good size. That's definitely Z1 size. And, you know, he's got some skill, too. So Peterson had the recognition all the way up. And, boy, the Matson has really sprouted up and in the big time for us.
Well, I remember Avery Peterson making an impact when he was just a freshman.
Yeah, yep.
You know he was going to be very good. Matson played last year as a sophomore. He's really come on here this year. Whispers that he may not be here next year, but that remains to be seen.
That's always a tough choice. You know, we've run through in this program. I've had, you know, East has and Rapids has over the years, but it's, you know, it's a tough decision. But boy, when you're that big, if you're a legitimate, even possible pro prospect, it's hard to make that choice.
Well, 47 left to go first period. There is no score, 2-1. Jacks have an edge shots on goal. Thunderhawks with it from behind their own net as they cleared out. Dalton Johnson tries to pinch in and keep the puck alive in the Thunderhawks zone. Picks it up right along the blue line. Chips it into the far corner. Kyle Platt goes back and chased after along with Drake Anderson. Thunderhawks cleared in line but not out. Davidson pumps it in behind the Grand Rapids goal. Now Platt chases it down in the corner. Platt, the wide angle shot, and Kurth gets a piece of that. Thunderhawks starts to break out and comes through center ice. Bischoff held up there, and Bischoff got held up with a helmet of Dalton Johnson. Play goes right up. I heard a whistle like the play goes right on.
The yell, I thought I just seen it.
Broken up at center ice, picked up here by Grand Rapids, and momentarily by Anderson, but it's leveled by Bloom. Davidson takes it off the back of his own net on the half wall on the left wing, stripped away by the Thunderhawks, getting in on top of Lumberjack forward is Jake Coleman. And now for Joe comes and starts to bring it out the other way. Here's a drive, and that's over the top of the goal is the Brendan Martin on the right.
These are high shots.
Martin behind the goal. Brendan Martin, corner, chops it in the direction of Soderberg, and Luke gets it from Locaine. The line is not out. Anderson in front. They look for a tip in the slot, and Martin gets it wide of the goal. Jack need a clear here as Schramm has it. Line for Joe, and where Joe will bank it off the boards and get an icing with 11:20 left to go in the first period. Face-off will come back in the Lumberjack zone. 0-0. We remain scoreless. 3-1 shots on goal in favor of Cloquet. By the way, junior varsity game tonight, Grand Rapids pulled out a 4-3 win. They were leading that game 3-1 going in the third. Jack tied at 3-3, but Grand Rapids got a third period goal and went on to win it 4-3, which was the final score. The rest of that out-of-town scoreboard coming up between our first and second period is Bender over for Litsy, chipped off his stick. Litsy to the end board, takes a drop for Bender. Bender wanted to go back to Needy, and that's intercepted and brought back the other way. Stephen gets held up on a check by Needy. We're going to have a penalty, and I believe McNeedy is going to be going to the box for Cloquet.
Holding, Randy, or set it outside?
He was just outside.
Boy, I swore he pointed at me.
Yeah, so did I.
It looked like he was checked, so I was thinking I must be holding on.
Well, Mr. Steele and I were on the same page. He was turning to go for the penalty box. It's an offside call. Lipsky fires it wide at the Grand Rapids goal. And Johnson couldn't handle it in the corner. Thunderhawks just started back the other way. As Matson up the head is passed Mark Stephen. Keeping the bank it out of the corner. Bender reaches for it. Point. LaRock is shot. That one. The blocker of Wolfhauser. LaRock now has no play. Tries to work it along the sideboard. Bender comes away from it. It'll be Bender at center ice coming in. Bender trying to make his way to players. And now he'll just dump it in. But I think Dylan Johnson is ahead of the play and whistle down as a delayed offside with 10:19 left to go here. And now, Mike, we will have a penalty as LaRock will go to the box.
Don't know what that was for.
Ball.
He gets on Bender.
Time of that penalty will be 6:41. 6:41. Connor LaRock of the Grand Rapids 2-minute minor for hooking. Sammy Speed's power play. 7-8, 8-0, 8-4. Caller number 5. He's already made the call, Mike. Went up.
All right.
Caller number 5. Here's a chance for Needy. Overskated it.
crucial at all levels of the game. Scoring is important, but you have to be able to capitalize on special teams opportunities.
878-8084, caller number 5, Lumberjack score here on the Sandy CEC power play. And Mr. Roberts out there along with, that was Kyle Platt, not Platt out there, Mike, yep, he's there along with Tyler Chicos and Nini and Davidson.
Tyler, the grinder power play line.
Your power play unit for okay. Edgar's lineman just been out there go. Grand Rapids is clear. 15 left to go on the man advantage. Lumberjack, 9:41 left to go in the first period. Davidson will hold it behind the net as Dalton Johnson jumps onto the ice. And Dylan Johnson joins us as well as Dalton will bring it through center. Coming in and the spot to Lipsy, following up to Johnson. A shot at the captain high and wide. Here's Platt now. Platt side of the goal, ran into traffic. Jamming away is Lipsy, and now he gets bowled over as coming in was Bischoff. Check that, might have been Mark, as he throws a shoulder into Lipsy, and the net becomes dislodged again, but the goal Lipsy going hard to the goal.
That's jamming that thing at the net, Randy, and a couple of good opportunities from close in.
Dylan had a great chance, and
Platt tried to cut in front, and he almost got that thing in front of the net. So, Jack's going toe-to-toe with the Thunderhawks here, Randy, and both teams having some problems in their own end, but, when they get it in the other team's end, that's
51 seconds left to go on this Lumberjack man advantage. Pullman, high spot for Dalton Johnson, back to Pullman, right circle. Now his shot down to Lipsy, bang around the front, and Dylan Johnson shot with that. Wide open goal. Bender couldn't get a stick on it. It came right to Dylan Johnson, and Dylan came in and hit the open goal. That happened short-handed back the other way. Marshall lost the puck. Dylan had a couple of chances tonight.
That was wide.
And he shot one over the top of the goal, and he shot one wide, but
there was somebody on the net there, Randy. It wasn't an easy tap. It was about 10 feet out at the bottom of the circle, not in front, kind of at a 45-degree angle. So it was not a straight-on shot, but the goaltender had slid over to make the save. It deflected to Bender, and it got knocked away from him right to Johnson, and he's on the far side, open net, and just shot it high and wide.
I was going to say, can't get on him too much. He's he's
been a big surprise, and kind of the guy carrying the offense.
Out of the penalty box, up to the rock. The penalty has expired, and now we get an offside against the Lumberjacks. The Grand Rapids penalty kill with 8:16 left to go here in the first period. There is no score. 4-2 shots on goal in favor of the Jacks.
And this is what's so frustrating, Randy, for Dave Estes. The coaching staff is here. You've got a state-ranked team. They've got toe-to-toe with, Elk River and East Prairie and these teams, and you're playing just as well or not better if they are. And you're wondering, how in the world are we being sick?
I was just hoping to miss my opportunity. That's right.
Yeah,
that's why you're 3 and 6. And that's not hanging everything on Dylan, but it's those opportunities the Lumberjacks are missing that have them.
And honestly, it hasn't. He's been a big surprise. It's been a lot of those senior guys, Platt and Roberts and Chicos and Bloom. You got a couple in the first game, but those are the guys that need to score.
That's all the way down out of the next up to Girth. He'll float up here for Dalton Anderson. They're working around the board. High slot cut off there by Chicos. That's 3. Matt bringing to the center, working on Nini. Matt tries to center of Matt. Davidson comes in and steps in front of that. And the point of shot, saved in rebound. The rock goes towards the goal. It's the skate. Now Derek Anderson moves into right circle. Anderson behind the net on the back end. The rock breaks up. The shot blocked. It's going down with Roberts to get a piece of that. And held up along the sideboards there. It's Stephan by Chicos. And now finally Nini comes in and takes over. Roberts will send it high over the head of the rock all the way down. He waved off the
I don't know why they make
I don't know. Brought up here by Anderson, center right. Return pass. Anderson gets picked up. Johnson fired it wide. It's a hand-to-hand rush there by the senior Dalton Anderson. Dalton Johnson from Lumberjack up ahead, reaching force for Joe. Ryan where Joe will slide it in, and that is offside against the Lumberjacks. 6:49 left to play in the first period. There is no score. 4-2 still shots on goal.
It seems like there's more shots than that. I'd say it's probably maybe about 7-5 in favor of the Lumberjacks, Randy. There isn't some good chances in the Rapids. I guess maybe some of those, they didn't see him hit Holhauser, or he loved a couple of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there's been more.
In order to be a shot, it has to be something that would have gone into the net.
A high slot backhanded by Schramm down low, and then turned back the other way up to center. There's a great chance for Bishop that just over the blade of his stick results in a nice thing and a face-off back to the Grand Rapids zone. These two teams will play once again coming up in January from the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids, January 13th. And that's always a very good game in Grand Rapids. Lumberjacks usually play very well up there. It's always a close game between the teams. Dalton Johnson can't hold the line. Now, yeah, it is by Litsky. In the right circle around one man. Litsky in front of him.
The defenseman, and he put a quick shot on the net. The rebound went right to Bender. Bender just jammed it past the goalie. No chance for the goalie to make the save there. So great job by Litsky making that move, getting a quick shot on net. Then Bender in front of the rebound and jams it in. It should be Bender from Litsky.
It is 10:38 is the time of the goal. Toby Bender, his second of the year, with the single assist going to goal Litsky. And Litsky was the one that started that play. Mike intercepted that breakout pass. You're right, that nice little move by Litsky and Bender.
He shifted his body to the outside, got that defenseman to pivot out, and then shoots it back in and gave him just enough room to get a quick shot on net. When you're shooting from where he was, kind of out between the dots and top of the circle, you're not shooting to score. This isn't the NHL where you're going to blast them by a guy. You're shooting to get a rebound or to get a screen shot or something, and that's what happened. Goalie kicked it right in front of the net to Bender. Again, he hit those high shots. What did we have there? We had nice low, quick shots. Yeah. Let's see, nothing the goalie could do to control that rebound, and went right in front of Bender and scored.
And despite Bender being in tight on display,
he went to the net?
Yeah, he was still able to get that.
Just jammed it in. Wasn't pretty, Randy.
No.
Most goals in hockey these days aren't. They're a lot of garbage goals, and that's what that was. But that's why you got to go to the net. Then they went to the net.
This is happened. 1-0 is their score. Lumberjacks lead with 5:45 left in the first period. Dylan Johnson will go to backhand deep and then give chase. Dalton Anderson back to peel it off the back wall for Grand Rapids. Now takes a look up ice. Finds the Soderberg. He can't connect on staff. Comes back to Grand Rapids zone. Soderberg gets it back once again. Trying to fight through a check there from Litsky. And he will get it back into the Grand Rapids zone. And Anderson ahead. Tips out to center and throw right back to the Grand Rapids zone. And that'll allow the Lumberjacks to change here with 5 minutes and change left to go in the first period. Jackson 5 minutes away from the shot on goal. They needed 1-0. Needy up ahead. Here's Roberts on the breakout. Chance for a 3-on-2 as he comes to Flat. Flat is over the line. Kyle Flat left circle shot. And that one gets maybe wide of the Grand Rapids goal. And in transition, here's a single Madsen with speed across the line. Madsen draws a couple of Lumberjack players to it. Madsen is deep shot. Comes back the other way. Hits the trailer. The shot on a stick save. And Holhauser kicks it to the near corner. Madsen now along the end towards Russman to check there. Back to the blue line. Nearly poked away by Chico's walking in. Here's a shot. The next one's wide as they were trying to set up a second spot. Big check thrown there by Roberts. He stands up the rock. Lumberjacks will get it back. And Chico's in his skate. Starts to the hip for Flat. Flat across the line. Kyle Flat. Flat circle. A shot right on. Earth the save. Can't get to the rebound. Flat had it. Tried to throw it back in front. And here's Dalton Johnson with the drive. And Earth is over. Gets the glove on it. And holds on with 4:05 left to go in the first period. Lumberjacks leading it 1-0.
Dalton Johnson, you can see, has worked on his shooting in the offseason, Randy. He had characterized as the average shot last year. This is an above average shot. He's always had kind of a quick release, not a big hit, but really able to bend that composite stick this year and get some muscle in the shot.
Going to be high their own goal far. Back to the point, a shot right on, and that one skips on a one-hop into the glove of Curtis as Davidson throws one on net from the left point.
The old knuckleball there, Randy, almost bounced by him. Jack's kind of picking it up here, and again, when they've had it in the Grand Rapids zone, they've done a nice job of cycling and creating chances, but boy, Rapids has done the same thing when it's been in the Lumberjack zone. Both teams struggling to get breakouts here.
Tries Grand Rapids have some shots more. They're trying to set up a lot of tip ins. Yeah, there's a shot off the blocker, Bullhauser from long range. A lot of rebounds from Bullhauser either, Mike. Everything's been to the outside. Now to the point, the shot is blocked. The body on the way to the goal, behind the net, and across the center, that's Miller. Only the drop now for Harris. Taking over to Bischoff behind the net. Bischoff, the younger brother of Jake Bischoff, is now flying his trade for the goal. Deep once again, Harris takes the check, and he moves the puck. He has an opportunity to clear this out. Taken by Curtis. Curtis throws it up to the center end. It's waiting for it. Lumberjack line Bischoff. Chopped up there by Dylan Johnson. He's defending to Bischoff, and Listy gets the clear pass. Defenseman Paul Listy coming in. Takes the shoulder there from the defenseman Anderson. Behind the net, Anderson around on the far side. Widening pass out of the reach of Soderberg, and Dalton Johnson will take it in behind his own net. Starts out right side. Beats it off on the wing. Now up ahead for Bender. To the center, Toby Bender. Lifts it off in the direction of Listy. Listy go back deep for Bender. Toby Bender has a man in front. Dylan Johnson conceals the puck. Back to the point. Pullman lets it go, and that gets just wide. And now Johnson will back up to the center on 3-on-2 to the center. Here's a shot blocked. Follow-up to tie over the top of the net. For Hawk along the near side work. They look to play it into the corner on the stick of Soderberg. Soderberg's been out there for a long shift at this line as Dalton Johnson takes over fourth Cloquet. Pull out ahead, stretch pass for Bender. One man to beat, gets around him. Bender around the other man. Bender walking in. And it's not the Johnson wants the puck. As Brendan Mark came on the back check, maybe once he passed the plate. Here's a chance. Bender.
They lit it up, and you can see the effect Toby Benders has on this team offensively. He scores a goal and then sets up a beautiful one. Dealing with the pass.
15-18 at the time of the goal. Dylan Johnson, team leading 7th of the year. Toby Bender has the second point of the night as his primary assist. And the other assist, here's nearly a goal at the other end. Jackson and his own 6 minutes to his own net. Now the shot stands on by Grand Rapids. Platt heading the other way. Kyle Platt dips under a check. Kyle Platt, the Grand Rapids line, Platt moving in. Lost it there. And Grand Rapids centering wide. Over a minute left to go. Dylan Johnson is 7th of the year. Up Toby Bender. And also Jackson. Back to the point. Grand Rapids now 8-8. Here's a rich shot. And Bullhouse stick on that and hit the netting. And we'll have a face-off in the Lumberjack zone at 51 seconds left to play in the first period. The Lumberjacks holding a 2-0 lead.
And one of the Grand Rapids players, Mitchell Matson, arguing about that, but it clearly went up into the netting behind the net.
I think it went up and came back down so fast.
See if we can see the netting ripple. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to match that Bender lineup with Matson's line, Randy. Both of those lines presenting difficulties for the other team when they're not matched up against each other. And Dalton Johnson and Toby Bender, such fast skaters. And Rapids doesn't have that top line out there. Are having a hard time matching up.
I'll have to back to this, and I don't believe we've had Bender and Johnson together.
No, hey, that's a good complementary combination. You've got two very quick skaters and kind of the big banger guy in the boards and listing us. He scored some goals last year, so I think it's a great combination to have.
Mr. Hawks get a steal in the Lumberjack zone. It's quite a shot, and that's caused by Bullhouse. the period. 2-0 Jackson lead. Shots on goal 8-5.
Yeah, that's, been a pretty close first period, but the Lumberjacks definitely better scoring opportunity.
Pullman off a face-off in the corner. Drags it along the end board. Dylan Johnson waits for it along the half wall. Dalton Johnson right behind it, letting the puck score here. The final seconds will kick off and end our first period of play. We've got to the end of our first 17 minutes, and a nice job to open up the 2-0 lead over Grand Rapids after 1-3. We'll take a break and come back with more here from the Northwoods Credit Union Arena. You're listening to
Because, well, I am. They have always taken great care of our friends and neighbors with savings, loans, and other services. Not a member?
So the officials don't miss much when it comes to this.
No, Eric Starkla was the guilty man. He just headed back to the locker room. Grand Rapids controls the opening face-off here. The second period driven in by Johnson off the end board. The Roxy's drop down. Reaching forward here is Adams up to center right. Carrying on in for the Thunderhawks down to the end board. Checked by Dalton Johnson. Over, tries to leave it from Matson. Tuck in the near corner. Grand Rapids trying to come out of that corner with this Bender. Takes over, leaves the drop down here for Johnson. And Dalton Johnson up the middle of the ice. They try to stretch things through the middle. Johnson's got his stick broken on a splash. The play goes right on.
Goes right on. There's 300 bucks down the team. Johnson family.
And now holding on to the rock. Making the Lumberjack line out. We'll play it in, but it's not offside. And we get rid of the broken stick at center ice. Just underway here in the opening minute of the second period. Jacks lead by a score of 2-0 on goals by Kobe Bender and Dylan Johnson. Bender second of the year, Johnson seventh, team leading seventh goal of the year. Class out of face-off, won by Grand Rapids, thrown in by Drake Anderson. That makes the Dalton Anderson's younger brother, Dalton Sr., Drake sophomore. Lumberjacks start out of their own end. Listy cuts to the middle of the ice. Backhand right to Roberts. A shot on goal. Dirt. Take that in the belly and hold on.
I think that was actually an offside. The puck deflected from Chicos over to Roberts.
Straight ahead to
Yeah,
Roberts.
he was surprised. I think it wasn't a whistle, and he fired it from the top of the circles and kind of handcuffed the goaltender.
After the face-off, Miller will push it out to center, trying to beat Needy on the play. Miller a backhand to the spot area, and that's broken up by Davidson.
Yeah, he saved the goal there, Randy.
Okay, hey, here's Platt. Platt tries to step around the D. Roberts breaking with him. Platt now gets the puck over, but he got it over there too late. The Thunderhawks sudden transition across the line. Miller now a centering pass, jumping in defensively with Sampahar. Couldn't get a shot away, back to the right point. And Anderson lost here. Here's a chance for Platt to try to get around Sampahar, but Sampahar recovered defensively, and Grand Rapids with it once again at center right. Thrown in wide as Lumberjack goal, waiting for it is Sullivan. We mentioned Sullivan.
No, I don't
lot tonight, have we, Mike?
No. Number 5.
Yeah, he's number 5. Usually the Lumberjacks rotate with 5. Carter Ward, by the way, has been in the lineup as the number 60 man, number 22 is sophomore. forward, we haven't heard Steve Bettina. He's been down at the fourth line with Austin Carlson, and they have Christian dressed as well. Here's a chance as Anderson fires a shot off his feet. Rock steps up to keep the play alive in Lumberjack zone. Dalton Johnson from the side of his own net for Bourgeau, and that's Ryan Bourgeau leading the rusher along with Schramm back to Bourgeau. Half way behind him. Back the other way.
Bourgeau went to the net. And Schramm went to the net.
Dalton Johnson gets knocked down, comes up to the puck. Comes out from center. Bender will leave it for Sullivan over for Listy. As the top line from Lumberjack comes on the ice. Bender lets it go all the way out to center, and Sullivan will turn and throw it for Coolman up ahead. That pass fails to connect, and Markow is the man all alone in front with the shot on goal. That's off Bullhauser. Grand Rapids just got a man off the ice.
Yeah, that was almost too many men.
Just about too many men there once again as they start to stop the line change. Bender leaves it here for Dylan Johnson. Look out, he's got a man right behind him. Johnson lost the puck, so a chance for Grand Rapids on the backhand, and that goes as wide as Matson. Good one just through the blue feet. Off the sidewall, Tampar tries to come in front, turned away, and picked up here by Matson. Matson with the slot pass behind Adams to the right point, a shot, and loving that is Bullhauser. As there's traffic in front of him, he'll hold with 13-12 left to go in the second period. The Lumberjacks holding that 2-0 lead.
And the Bender line was at the end of the shift, and then here comes the Mitchell-Matson line, and they were lucky there. They were gassed at the end of the shift. The Bulldogs was in the hold on it and get a whistle on face-off to whistle out.
After that face-off, here's Roberts. Roberts looks wide wing. Goes right onto the stick here is the defenseman Anderson. Brought ahead by Steffen. Grand Rapids got that top line out. Now it dropped pass in the corner, and Adams lost it momentarily, gets it back. Matson, the side of the circle for Alex Adams, the Thunderhawks leading scorer, and behind that he's being held up on a check there by Klatt. Adams with 20 points.
Yeah,
on
that's
the season.
darn good against
10 games.
they played, Randy.
Wow.
Played 4 or 5 really, really good teams.
Puck pitching the line, and just able to hold it in with Sampahar. Puck still along the board, and Davidson frees it up for Hunter Roberts. 1-on-2, Roberts comes in. Around one man, Roberts trying to fight through 2 stick checks. Got to the net, puck bounced away. Good job there by Roberts to fight through both those check spikes, and the
Almost got that thing in front. Yeah, he did get in front. Kind of got held up a little bit.
Schramm now takes the man down on the play, and Ryan Schramm lost the puck at center ice. Sampar comes up there, breaks it up. Sampar is deep. Sharp angle shot, and it went off the side of the Lumberjack net, or one of the players side of the goal. Turnaround shot made by Bullhauser as Grand Rapids picking up the pressure now. Here's a shot that's blocked in front. Side of the goal, and Bullhauser will glove it and hold on as Grand Rapids buzzing around the 12-game goal. 11:41 left to go second period. Jack still holding that 2-0 lead.
That was the end of the shift for the Mitchell-Matson line, Randy, as they finished off with a couple of good opportunities. And, well, you can really tell the difference. I mean, nothing against their second and third lines, but that top line for Grand Rapids is very good. You have to know when they're out there, you know, and you can't be afraid to chip that thing out. And now, okay, gets the advantageous matchup against the Rapids in the second line here with the Bender.
Yep. Bischoff in the corner. On the stairs, Dalton Johnson from in front of his own goal. And off out of the wing, overseated by Dylan Johnson. Does clear the zone. Darkla will fire it right back in. Dalton Johnson behind his own net. Takes a look. Now third down. And up ahead for Kobe Bender. Bender will go it far out of the reach there of Listy. This will be an icing call.
Bender trying to go across ice to just nice hard pass, a little bit too far for Listy. Dalton Johnson doing a nice job of setting up behind the net, and Rapids wants to chase him around one side. He just comes out the other and skates it out and is able to make a nice skate pass over the zone. Okay, with the late change, they'll get the Bender line off. I think they want to match them up against the Matson.
Bourgeau and Schramm out now for Bouquet. Bourgeau tries to knock it ahead out of his own, kept it at the point. And Schramm takes over for Bouquet. In the center. They handle his way with his opponent. We'll throw it in for Grand Rapids. Can't handle the hard pass. throws the shoulder there in on Soderberg. I do remember Eric Soderberg last year from the football team.
Yeah.
They running back, played quarterback. Yeah, very quick. Broke up the Lumberjacks line, held in by Grand Rapids. They tried to
Well, he doesn't seem as quick on the ice as he was on the football field. Which good for
probably a good
Lumberjacks.
thing, yeah. Sullivan used the clap, throw it out to center ice, and he
Played by Bone.
he's up to go here in the second period. Jack, hold a 2-0 lead. On the head for Mark, broke up the Lumberjacks line, and now let it go for the Rock. Comes back to play it from behind his own net. He's up on the right wing, the left wing rather, broken up at center ice. Chico's left it in for Clopay, and Hector Roberts tracks it down for Clopay. Now Chico starts to come in on the forecheck, back out to center. Maybe the late players get outside, drives it in, and comes off the big paddle there of Girth, and over the glass now to play. Shot on goal in the three. If I got to face one for Clopay.
They're not keeping track, Randy. That's not possible. Roberts had one that hit him right in the breadbasket, and we just had one there. That's two I can think of at least. So we'll know who's sweeping down the scores.
Here's Needy at the shot back. Blocked and coming out to give Peterson with Adams. And Adams back the other way. Adams coming in. A shot on Wallhauser. The piece of that. Roberts along the far court leaves it for Flat. Now Flat back to Roberts. Stops the lead at Nick Roberts. LaRock in his own blue line thrown back up to the center ice area. Matson will bring it across, offside, and pick a number either ahead of or step. We're both to come to strides ahead of play with 9:19 left to go in the second period. Jackson didn't put it out. They get shots on goal now nearly even at 9-8. The Grand Rapids still not going 1 in the second period.
Probably have close to 15 shots, Randy, but more of a defensive game. There's been a lot of cycling, pucks in the corner on the boards a lot. Not a lot of up and down odd man rushes here in this game. Basically plays defensive battle.
Behind the Grand Rapids goal, Davidson will go after it along the near side court. Just out of our view, back to the point, a shot from traffic and
Johnson's shin pad, he like deflected it into the corner.
Here's a chance for Bender. Oh, that would have been a 2-on-1 had it come clean, but Startler was just able to get enough of it. Now on the back check, Johnson put a back check. Tripped the top the stick of Matson from behind.
And the way these top lines are battling here, Andy, it's fun to watch.
Bender with it for Clopay, lots on the stick check to Startler. Lispy will bring it in. Cole Lispy takes a check from Bischoff. Make a change. Bender will take it right through. Bender a shot and off the stick. It goes D down the spot. There's Schramm wide open. He steps over the top of the goal. Is Brian Schramm all alone. Lispy providing a bit of a screen, and Schramm a little too much mustard on that.
Randy, I don't know what happened, but Jonah Bischoff just changed in the defensive zone, and good gosh, the guy who's covering Schramm was wide open in front of there. Bischoff headed to the locker room. He looks maybe I was.
Now, face-off is gloved and held. Yeah, Mike, I thought he was like the puck.
Yeah, they went D to D, and Bischoff was standing next to Johnson, and he just kept going to the bench while he was holding his hand.
And another whistle. That opportunity led to Schramm's
wide open in front and fired it on net. So now suddenly the shots have jumped up by a couple.
Face-off. Turner on shot by Thornton. Wide of the Grand Rapids goal. And we'll have to keep an eye on the center box bench. If Bischoff comes back,
Top line, Randy, that'd be a big loss.
Mark getting cooked as he comes in, fights to a stick check. Here, and now Mark is ripped into the net. Bullhauser, and now we get blue shoving on Mark, and the net becomes dislodged. We have whistles, Mike, but I don't know if we have penalties. I didn't see the referee's arm go up.
Should be a good no call because we have Mark for Grand Rapids flew into Bullhauser, and Bloom gave him a cross check in the back. And that's part of hockey. I'd rather see a no call than one for each team. I mean, that's certainly for it hasn't been a dirty game, but you could have easily called one on both teams there. But Dave Essex saying, wait a minute, they ran our goalie, but I think the ref's saying, well, your guy cross check.
I wouldn't argue, but Mike, based
did not come back out.
No, I
Randy. They have
haven't seen him yet.
Connor Steppen on that top line. With Madsen.
Yeah, Steffen was the Madsen and Adams.
Oh, yeah.
Bishop was centering their second line.
second line.
Miller and Harris. We'll wait to see what happens on the next line change. Turned over here in the Grand Rapids zone. Beebe will dump it back into the right corner. Maroc takes it behind his own net. And pressure there by Clapp. Brings him down. That was close, yeah. Coming into the zone, Beebe standing up net with a good hard check. Now Beebe working on Adams in the corner. He's to Kyle Platt. Platt trying to kick it free. Stick on the play. He did, Mike. Kyle Platt doesn't have the stick back to the Grand Rapids zone. Shot goes wide. As the Thunderhawks have the puck, and Kyle Platt doesn't have the stick. Lumberjack get it clear, and a big clear it is.
I don't know where his stick went
It's
to.
back there. Oh, we're at the zone. As Adams goes back to take it. Now this will be a nice ball on Grand Rapids. We'll bring the face-off back in the Lumberjack zone.
Figure skating pirouette up there.
Platt stayed at the play. He went back down and played some D.
Nothing jacks up, in the fear here is, of course, at some point the Lumberjacks are going to say, oh my gosh, we're up by 2. Let's go into the defensive shell, but they really haven't. They
have not
played
all.
toe-to-toe with Grand Rapids and had some great sparring chances here in the second. That's going to be the key for them to win this game, is to stay aggressive.
I don't think Mike has defensively as we're seeing out here. I don't think they've got all of the shots on goal. They only have 11 to 8 shots on goal in favor of both teams.
They're probably up around 7.
I gotta believe, yeah, that it's more offensive than that. Johnson offers Elton Johnson a hit. It's like, and Bender out on side it is. Tries to move it back and the fans on it. Johnson cuts it off along the near side boards. Now he gets knocked to the ice. Bloom tries to come in and help out. Up to the center ice, check stone, and then able to carry out. Big check there. Level Miller of Grand Rapids. He lost his stick. But Garrett Blake body. Here's Bender now. Bender moving it on. Jamming it on mid-air with first as it was heading into the Grand Rapids net. As Bender working his magic, draws a couple of Thunderhawks to him. Flips it over for Kuhlman, and Kuhlman gets 2 cracks at it. And Garrett just flicks that one out of mid-air as it was heading into the Grand Rapids net to keep the lead at 2.
Derek Bloom started that rush by putting his shoulder into the Grand Rapids guy, man. His sinuses were cleared out immediately.
Bloom rips the shot right off the face-off. That misses the net. Drop pass beats it out there. Shot by Davidson up high. Reaching for Dirk, and he missed it. The team now held up on a check. He's playing on the third line with Bourgeau and Schramm after Bloom was just on the last shift. Rapids with the puck. They start it out. Comes off. He's taking a phone. Excuse me, the team fights off a check. Phone lost it on a poke check. Driven in by the team. 4:44. So second period, the Jacks winning it 2-0. Both team now in favor of Spokane. In fact, the Grand Rapids had the first 3 shots on goal. The Lumberjacks had the last at least 4.
So they turned it up here in these last couple of minutes, Randy, and some great scoring opportunities, especially that top line. They have really generated offensive chances. I mean, Dylan Johnson can easily have a couple more goals, and that Kuhlman almost had one there. So that top line was really played well for the Lumberjacks.
Facing call on Grand Rapids. Face off back to the Thunderhawk zone. Middle here is Madsen. Madsen are on one man and a shot, and it lots of traffic in front. And why did Lumberjacks head it? Why did Madsen not puck
I
lane?
don't know, Randy. He lost it or what happened?
He passed it off for Adams breaking on the wing, and Mitchell Madsen was all alone in front of the net. He had Holthauser down, and he didn't shoot the puck. He tried to feed it off for Adams. The puck ended up going wide of the Jacks goal, and the best scoring chance of the night is Dalton Johnson. It's about beats out an ice in here.
How about that? Your defenseman almost beats the other team's defenseman on an icing. Grand Rapids really dogged it there. That was Drake Anderson, and Dalton Johnson almost saved that icing. If we had hybrid icing like they do at the college and pro level,
Yeah.
I'd love to see that come to high school. Hybrid icing.
Bischoff back out for the Thunderhawks now as he takes the face off. Bender a shot, and now he may not be on again as he took a slap shot right to the back of the leg.
Bullet there.
Ooh, Starkle had drilled him in the back of the leg. Not a lot of protection, and boy, Bischoff
puck back behind the net, threw it over to Litzy. Litzy had a bad angle shot, beat the goaltender 3-0. So Bender's ability to skate that out of the defensive zone was huge for the Lumberjacks, resulting in a goal they're up 3-0.
I think we're going to see Dylan Johnson get an assist on that because I believe it was Bender that got it. Oh, all right, you got it, Mike. 13:23. It was Lipsy with the goal. That is a fact. I thought maybe Dylan Johnson might be fired.
I think it was just a sharp angle goal, surprised the goaltender, Randy. The puck was in behind the net. Yeah, the goaltender kind of looking over both shoulders. Bender, I don't know if he spanned on the pass or what happened, but it went like Lipsy just fired it on that.
Bender was
got a penalty here, Randy.
Bender was lying on the ice. Cole's going to go to the penalty box.
He was
Grand
saying
Rapids.
that the official is not going
Going to be a high sticking call on Cone. We'll wait for that call. But Bender had been taken down along the end boards while he was lying on the ice and split the puck. I thought it had Dylan Johnson. It was Johnson that took the shot and Listy had chipped it into the goal. Gurrick could not find the puck. And
I thought it was Litzy that took the shot, but it was Johnson. Johnson should have had it.
well, one of them ended up poking it in as we get the high sticking call. 13:29 is the time of the penalty, Mike. 13:29. It goes to number 17. That's Jason Coleman. That minor for high sticking. Grand Rapids shorthanded for the second time tonight. And here comes Micah Miller shorthanded for the Thunderhawks. He gets held up on a check by Lipsy. Miller still has the puck in behind the goal, and now Lipsy will start it out for Cloquet as he leaves it for Dalton Johnson. 3:16 left, goes through three. Jackson, he's 3-0. Bender steps across the line for the Lumberjacks. Now facing behind the Grand Rapids goal. Dylan Johnson now back to Bender, bottom of the right circle on the extended goal line. Now to the right point for Johnson. High spot, Coleman. Now down low. Bender back in. Dylan Johnson right on the doorstep. Couldn't beat him on the backhand. Then threw a sharp angle puck right through the green. Dylan Johnson cross ice, intercepted and thrown all the way down.
Johnson, that was a tough one. The net was open, but it was sharp angle.
Bischoff's left hand, Mike, he is not grabbing his stick, and that left hand is hurting him. A minute left to go on the power play. Sammy sees the power play, 788-084, caller number 5, the Jack scorer here on the man advantage, Kyle Platt. That equals in front of his face, backhand attempt by Nini. Girth got that as well. Roberts frees it up for Platt. Now to Davidson. Davidson down low and behind. Nini, big body they're looking for in front. To Roberts behind the extended goal line. Roberts gets hacked at it. Top of Davidson. Now he lost the short-handed breakaway. Gunnar Harris closing in and and Kohlhauser makes the save. He's got it underneath his glove. Gunnar Harris on a short-handed breakaway. And Kohlhauser makes the save.
Oh boy, Randy. Roberts passing it to Davidson and kind of handcuffed him. And I think Davidson was looking to make the pass. At that point, you got to just dump that thing back in. And that got poked away. That
He's been playing spring. This is the first game he's played the whole game.
Open the breakaway as you will ever see in high school hockey.
Yeah.
Far blue line, and everybody else is going behind him. And Kohlhauser has not had to make a lot of big saves. He stopped the breakaway and another rebound shot or two after that, Randy, as he comes up big.
21 seconds left to go on the Lumberjack power play. 1:42 left in the period. 3-0 Lumberjack lead, and Kuhlman hit man with pass. Dylan Johnson cross ice trying to get Bender breaking. Bender now back to Dylan Johnson. He's trying to go one time. Off the heel of Nick Kuhlman. Johnson, Bender out of the penalty box. Bender in front on the backhand. Block, Bender gets it back again. Rivets the ice, and then here's a shot that Bender got absolutely leveled by Coleman.
Yeah, that could have been interference.
Now Coleman gets pulled down. We're going to have a penalty here on the Lumberjack. Why would that not be on Grand Rapids for a high stick?
I don't know
Why in the world did they let that play go? It's on Grand Rapids. I know it is. It's a high stick.
Yeah,
They got it right, but
Kohlhauser was running over the net. He had to do the Chinese split to stop the goal from going in. I got scared to death. I didn't know what Kohlhauser was doing. Rapids came in on a 3-on-2, but Kohlhauser going to the net, and it's because he thought he had it wrong. And he went into the splits, and I thought, what a save. Well, this counted to Winterhawks in the box. I did not know why that could be whistled down.
Well, it should have been whistled down here. They allowed him to go in and take a shot. The penalties against Grand Rapids, as soon as they touched the puck, the whistle was blown, and he let him take it all the way in. High sticking at 15:46 on Brendan Mark. Bobby Bender really shot like Tim there on Nini's shot. He tipped it wide of Grand Rapids goal, and then 15 left to go. Third power play of the night. Sandy beats the power play to 9. 8-0-8-4. Hunter Roberts backhand up the spot. Here's Davidson, a rich shot, and it's tipped wide. Off the Thunder high stick. Off the clock. That's over Case now frees it up. Mitchell Matthews turned around. We're going to get a penalty. Well,
Yeah, pulled that one, Randy. That was
Thunderhawks, not sure if they know who the penalty's on, and the drive goes off the pipe by Chico. We're going to get a penalty on Platt. Terrific.
Mitchell Matson did about 5 spinorama crescendos with Nini.
Yeah, it was Nini
I've
actually
got
on
him
the
in
penalty.
classic. That's questionable at best, but Rapids has had a few penalties, so the Jackson Puck.
Even things up to the next minute and 24 seconds. And Grand Rapids will have their first power play of 36 seconds. 4-on-4 hockey for the final 37 seconds of the second period. We'll wait for the penalty. It is a tripping call on Nini. 4-on-4. Nini for tripping at 16:23. And let's see. Lumberjacks take it out here. Dalton Johnson up for Pullman. Goes right wide for Dylan Johnson. Stop. That's a shot right over the pad of first. Dalton Johnson right between a high shot. Back as wide as Grand Rapids. And we'll leave it there for Dylan Johnson. Fights through a check. Bischoff back out for Grand Rapids. Last seconds here of the second period. Lumberjacks get a goal. The only goal in the second period as they take a 3-0 lead for Liberty with the third of the year. Lumberjacks leading 3-0 after 2. Great game so far here for the Lumberjacks. Casey Holhauser doing a great job between the pipe. Jacks lead 3-0 after 2. Will come back to their second period intermission. You're listening to Lumberjacks hockey here on 96.5 FM and also streaming live on www.wklk-fm.com.
The first step in choosing a checking account is to choose the right bank. At Cornerstone State Bank in downtown Calgary, they have several checking accounts for you to choose from. Let the professionals from Cornerstone
Played 3 games in a row on Monday night. They'll be taking on Montevideo in the first round of the Grand Rapids Holiday Classic. On Tuesday night, they will face St. Francis, a Section 7 team there. And then on Wednesday night, they wrap up the tournament at home as they'll be taking on Brisbane.
Protege or a young Padawan learner. I brought him on some trips. He actually went with me to Roseville one year, and I remember climbing up that ladder. He was afraid to give me a hand and stuff. So yeah, pretty crazy. Fun place to go.
Lumberjacks will be there on Saturday as they take on the Roseville Rams, and more on that game coming up here on the San Francisco Post game. We are 4-on-4. Third period is underway, and Mike, we are going to
yeah, they're going to come out flying in hard yards, and they need to get one early to get back into the game.
And at the time, the net pushed away by Holhauser, and taken here by Dylan Johnson up to Kobe Bender. 17 seconds left to go, and now Bender is brought down hard inside the Grand Rapids line, and don't think that Grand Rapids doesn't know who the guy on the ice is.
Physical on him, Randy. That's his he's so quick, but he's so smooth with his skating that, it's just effortless. And a lot of that stride is just genetic and, how your body's made. But he has a very a smooth stride that he's so explosive.
All right, the penalties are getting close here as Jimmy down to 41 seconds. Brandon Martin's penalty is just about to expire. And Brandon Martin is not in the penalty box for Grand Rapids. Here's a shot up high, but over the top of the Grand Rapids net. Well, face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. And 33 seconds left to go on Nick Egan's penalty. And this will be the first power play of the game for Grand Rapids, although it is a abbreviated one.
Yeah, they're through the Lumberjacks. You got to be smart here after the zone is off. Chip pucks out, chip them in, just make smart plays. Take an opportunity if you have it, but don't do anything out of the ordinary.
So the Thunderhawks on man advantage. They're taking their time coming out of their own zone, which is fine with the Jack played in. Jonah Bischoff is just favoring that left hand. Behind the net, Adam for Bischoff. Bischoff now to Matt point circle. Now he's down here the blue line goes straight wide. Tampa hard down. And out to Mott. Red green in front. Tossing around in front. It's still loose as
his stomach, Randy, reached out with his hand and threw a glove on that as we had about 8 guys in front of the net.
Mike, how many times have we seen pucks like that?
Oh my God. Way too many this year. But Holhall just found a way to find those he did miraculously.
That is dangerous, Mike, putting that glove out there and all the team.
Oh yeah.
Stepped on your arm, getting stepped on.
Wrist.
Yeah. So the penalty has expired, and OK now is officially 3 on the power play in Grand Rapids. 1. Both teams back in full strength, beating 5-on-5. We have 46 left to play in the third period. The Lumberjacks leading by a score of 3-0. The top line of Bender, Johnson, and Lipton all have a goal in this game for the Lumberjacks. Just up high, where did that one go?
Straight up in the air.
Straight up in the air, and Dylan Johnson from center will bring it to the line. Johnson snaps the shot, blocked by the Grand Rapids defense, stepping up. Let's see the ring. On the net. By the Grand Rapids player standing right on the goal line. Not Tampa hard. At the other end, Alexander flips it to the line. And now here's the chance for this. He's got Bender breaking on the play. Kobe Bender coming in 1-on-2, a drive, and that's off Curtis. Curtis that made the initial save was pushed in behind him, but Mike didn't have enough to cross the line. As Tampa hard got in behind him, very calmly, I gotta say, took the puck right off the goal line.
Boy, how did that not go in? Another golden opportunity for that top line, Randy. They gotta say at this point they're out playing the top line of Grand Rapids.
Puck went out of play, and the Lumberjacks players bench faced off from center ice.
It is a physical battle.
It is.
You can hear the sticks playing and
Woodward back to the blue line. Shot gets on goal, and a nice save there. CEC Holhauser makes yet another save. Great step by Cohen on the shot from the point by Greg Anderson.
and Brendan Mark right there on the doorstep too. And again, the key for a goaltender, when you can't see the puck, you've got to find a way to move your head or move your body slightly. Find that shooting lane. You can't just go down into a prone position and hope you stop it. And all of them make job of seeing that puck as well.
Bourgeot on the face-off. Somebody's not lined up here. Bourgeot on the face-off. And Grand Rapids wins it. And Anderson, the shot he fired is wide. Blue way forward and plays from the line. It does not come out of the zone. And stepping up to Davidson, this pass off the Grand Rapids player. Taken now behind his own net for Davidson. Quickly out of the zone to Bourgeot. In transition, Bourgeot will take a hard rim. Falls down and gets back up and gets the puck where Girth has any other trouble. Getting a big check from Susan. Just flashing call on the Lumberjacks. Is that all right? Bourgeot goes for splashing.
Boy, I didn't see where that even happened that, Randy, but nonetheless, a huge opportunity for Grand Rapids. Very important for the Lumberjacks to do it very well.
20 is the time of the penalty. Grand Rapids will get a full power play, a full minute power play. Mike, that is one of the things you gotta say is you don't want to go to the box. You don't want to get the other team and
Done a great job of playing defense.
a 3-0 lead.
Stay out of the box.
Wake up and take the Giants. Third line center. Maybe somebody youth there.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened.
I didn't see it either, Mike, but you know the penalty you're going to get.
Pretty adamant about calling.
Yep. They're going to get evened up here pretty quick. Grand Rapids taking 3. Is taking 2 now. Playing around and it's just here. There's a
Shot by Johnson. Stole it away behind the net. Just run it around the boards quickly on the ground.
1:16 left to go here on the Grand Rapids power play. Right up to the center ice. There's a chance for Dalton Anderson. Okay, with the shot over the top of his head. Anderson walked right up to the block Mike, and then at the last second he dumps it off on a pass. And shooting it wide was Alex Adams. And Adams missed the mark quite a bit. There goes their power play.
Not,
Or is it? No.
Nope,
Is it a penalty, Mike?
I thought they were giving a penalty. I guess
Oh,
not.
he's standing by.
By the box. Dalton Johnson anticipating a pass where he was going to pick up. It got deflected right to a Thunderhawk forward. They ended up with 3-on-1 semi-breakaway out of that.
That, to me, that was a breakaway for Alan Anderson. I'm not sure why in the world he didn't take it right to the net. He did take it to the net, but he tried to pass it off the last second, and then Adams ended up shooting it wide. I'm not sure if Adams even realized the pass was coming.
That's deflected right to
40 seconds left to go on the Grand Rapids power play. Brought in by Bischoff, wide and pass far from Matson. Bischoff will take it right circle. Samphar back to the left point, high slot. Now for Bischoff, outside the circle. Now for Anderson, cranks it up like the goal. Saved by Bischoff. Does a nice job.
How the guy up right that would have had a huge shot. Jack Coleman saved the ball.
It'll be Bender short-handed coming in. Bender looking in, and he throws it top of the net. 7 seconds left to go. Look out, here comes Matson. He's got a step on the net to Sullivan. Matson coming in, and the save and the rebound. Bischoff had a follow-up. The puck went off the feet of a Lumberjack player. Here's a shot. That's the shot of the glove of Bill. Jack needed here to change Mike. The penalty has expired. And here's a shot. That's blocked in front by Bordeaux. Pulled up ahead. The line was not out. The Rock pulls it in. Turnaround shot. It's off the outside of the net. It's wheeling and firing to Mitchell Matson. Bender will find it and he will clear it all the way down.
Might not be a bad time for a timeout here, Randy. Rapids getting some momentum off the power play. I think Jack Tiger is even nice. Wow.
11:04 left to go in the third period. Grand Rapids, their best chances right there as those spots are just missing. 3-0 Lumberjacks with the lead. Over 11 minutes left to go.
78
And the Lumberjacks will get a much needed line change as Platt, Robert, and Chico's come out here. And from the draw, Lumberjacks can hold Davidson. Forced up the near side board. Watson back to the point of rock. Fires it in the corner. Amy will jab at it. That one ended up coming on with 6 going over the last and out of play. 10:41 remaining here in the third period. The Jacks holding a 3-0 lead. They also have a 20-16 edge in shots on goal. They've been outshot 5-2 here in the third period, but Grand Rapids has also had a couple of power plays. Platt series on in center. Brings it into the zone. Platt, left or right circle. Into the corner. Roberts throws a check. Thunderhawk comes in. He starts the breakout. Ball is flat up to center. Nene settles it down for Davidson. Davidson up ahead. That gets the referee. There should center ice. Here they come. Dalton Anderson drops pass for Bischoff. Well, checked away by Dylan Johnson. Now it's 3-on-3. Johnson rockets the shot off the lawful board there of Kurz, and he'll direct it over the glass and out of play. 9:40 left to go, third period. Jack leading at 3-0. A face-off comes up in the Grand Rapids.
That'll just turn up the tempo, Randy. But so the Lumberjacks, Lumberjacks have played pretty good defense. Hard nosed, they've really played the body here tonight, much more so than we've seen in any other game this year. Big chest going out there.
Grand Rapids is making a push. Lumberjacks, good kid, stepped up and pushed back. Shot half wide as Lumberjacks goal. Michael Miller trailing on the float. Grand Rapids sends it off the end board, some right in front. Dalton Johnson was able to clear it away from his own goal. And that was Gunnar Harris looking for a puck off the end board. It's the head for Bender. Bender right wide for Johnson. That's the puck. Slammed all the way back to the Lumberjacks. Zone Bischoff out on the field here at Johnson. Johnson picked up in the corner behind his own net for Kuhlman. Jackson takes a look here. That's for Clapp. Kyle Clapp wheels to the center. Clapp with speed to the Grand Rapids zone. Wants the puck. He went to the forehand. Chico's backhand and just went wide. Chico's jamming it at the side of the Lumberjacks, or side of the Grand Rapids goal. Ends up right corner. And Grand Rapids to the Connor second needs to rush back the other way. And Adams, corner by Needy. Needy will bounce up on a check along the sideboard. This is now by Needy. We find the open man in Samplehar. Samplehar runs into a check. Doesn't have a shot. Forces it into the corner. Needy a hard rim. And off the sideboard. Gets in at the line. Good job there by Grayman to hold it in. Now and Anderson took it from just inside the line. Blew in outside the left surface. And breaking in on the right wing. That was a great play.
That was not a cheap goal there, Randy. That was the back of the tap, and that's the play the Thunderhawks have been looking for all night. And they cut the deficit to 3-1, Randy. 7+ minutes to go here in the game. We'll see how the Lumberjacks respond. Rapids finish off the strong shift with the goal, and now they're trying to get a late change in here.
9:14 is the time of the goal. Mitchell Matson with the goal for Grand Rapids. And for Matson, that is his 9th of the year. Matson's 9th of the year from Drake Anderson, number 11. Drake Anderson was the only assist. At 9:14, it's now 3-1 as Grand Rapids scores his first goal of the game.
I can't fault the whole house in there, Randy.
No, that was outstanding. A great pass, a great player. Here by Stevens. Now Needy backwards on Adams in the corner. Grand Rapids on the attack. Adams dropping behind Lumberjacks. That's still battling there. Back to the point. Randall runs back to the corner. Steffen and Bordeaux battling in front of Lumberjacks. Got a shot. It was going to be the penalty on Bordeaux on holding, yeah.
That's way too obvious there. He just held on to a guy, and it goes 7 to go here in the game. Jack's up 3-1, and Thunderhawks shot a penalty.
And they are flying. 9:53 is the time of the penalty for Ryan Bordeaux, his second penalty of the period. Second penalty of the game. Grand Rapids is 0 for 2 on the power play. The Lumberjacks are 0 for 3. And Grand Rapids is trying to get their third power play of the game as Ryan Bordeaux goes for holding at 9:53 of the third period. 9:53 Bordeaux for holding. And Grand Rapids on the power play. They just scored a goal and it's right down there on the down advantage.
Down in the butterfly and kick that thing off. He's going to have to play well. It's going to be a long 7 minutes. Jack's up 3-1. Shots are almost even now. Thunderhawks trying to get out. If you're the Lumberjacks, you get back to even strength. You got to chip that thing out and try to get some odd man rushes because they are really sending guys in the point from every direction.
Bender on that on the face.
Iced it off the draw.
Bender drives it all the way down. Well, we'll start with the penalty here. Nearly turned over as CJ got back to Grand Rapids goal, and that was just about waited for spell disaster for Grand Rapids. Now, Adam can't hang on to it, get a whistle.
I don't know why he had a whistle.
Is that an icing? Offside? Now the referees are talking things over. Well, it works out in the Lumberjacks' favor as they're going to have a face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. 1:27 left to go. On the penalty to Ryan Bourgeau. 6:44 left to go in the hockey game. Jacks lead it 3-1. Face-off in the Grand Rapids zone.
Grand Rapids coaching staff arguing that they had possession of it, Randy, and now it's a face-off, which is a 50-50, so I can't really blame them for that.
I'm reading straight. It's 9-0 shots on goal in favor of Grand Rapids. No, Jackson had 7-2 Grand Rapids.
Yeah, yep.
They have outshot the Lumberjacks here in the third period, 7-2. And Matson, Stampard drives it in. And around play, they jump to the defenseman out the center. And play it back in. 1 minute left to go on the Grand Rapids power play. Sorry, Ford. Bischoff has it. Circle, Matson. Back to Anderson. They go right wide to Stampard outside the circle. High slot. Anderson to Matson. Matson down low. Saved. And Bullhauser getting slapped out there by Bischoff trying to jam it underneath him. And now Bischoff is taken down to the ice for his whack on Casey Bullhauser. And Bullhauser
Susan looking for Bischoff all alone in front and almost connected on that. That would have been like the opposite. They went the opposite way to get that goal, and this time they went from far side to near side, and they just didn't quite connect. But Bischoff did get some wood out of it. Bullhauser comes up with the save. Jacks up 3-1.
41 seconds left to go on the Grand Rapids power play. 5:44 left to play in the third period. Needy pulls up his man, trying to jump in with Davidson. And Grand Rapids puck down low. That's the point. It's tipped down the heart and goal. Here's the three for Adam. Now cuts in, tries to get a return. And Needy reaches the plate, picks it off, and essentially like the ice.
Randy, and
now it's turned over as Dylan Johnson will throw it from center ice down. And the Grand Rapids power play is just about over as Anderson through center ice, Randy to Needy. And it's caught, it's the Davidson with the head. Bender now for Dylan Johnson in the hand pass. Bender got the stick flash out of his hands,
Randy. That was terrible. And of course, Bender, if he could go back there, would have rather kick it ahead to Dylan Johnson for the breakaway. Instead, he just reacted and pushed it forward with his hands. But boy, his stick was slashed right out of his
Bender was heading off for the breakaway, and Grand Rapids player just tomahawked that stick right out of his hands.
There was no play here.
The penalty has expired for Joe. The Lumberjacks fill it off. Grand Rapids is now over 3 in the power play as well. As well as Johnson pass is intercepted in the Lumberjack zone. This is Mark, and Mark is taken down by Johnson, and Lester Roberts up for Kyle Class. Class just put off for Coolman, and with the screen, Johnson's off the skate in front, and tipped on goal. What a save by Kurt on a great tip in front by Tyler Jacob. Now get a Grand Rapids player level to the ice. Big check. And up to center ice goes off Chico, and all the way down and on goal. 4:15 left to go here in the third period. Lumberjacks leading at 3-1. Grand Rapids starting out of their own zone, just handled by the Rock, but there to cover up is Drake Anderson. Backhanded in. Grand Rapids line change. And Needy a long pass up ahead for Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson gets in behind the fence, trying to cut it to the net. He lost the handle on the puck. Corner Bender throws a check. Bischoff is back out to his line. The pass up ahead for Gunnar Harris. Lost it to Needy, and Needy will flip it up the center. Yep. Bender to the Grand Rapids line. Steps around the back. Colby Bender will be in.
players, one passive goaltender. Kobe Bender doing it all by himself, extends the lead to 4-1 with 3:43 to play.
And three-goal lead. Bender from the 27. And a six on that goal by
He puts it out of the zone.
Oh, that's great. Three down here. Back on the attack once again, 4-1. Bender with a big hit goal there. Now moving in, here's the call. Boy, here's the the left circle to a screen, because that one just found its way inside the left post. The lead back down to 2 now at 4-2 as Connor LaRock scores his first goal of the year for Connor LaRock. And now we get a timeout taken by Cloquet.
Yeah, not a good shift by the Lumberjacks way, and that's exactly what they did. Lumberjacks want to talk things over. I mean, just when you thought the game was over at 4-1, Randy. It'll be 9 from 10.
9 from 10. They gave the goal to number 9, Alex Adams from
I don't think so. LaRock shot that from the point.
They gave the goal to Alex Adams. Yeah, the Lumberjacks,
Good job done.
they gambled at the point by trying to get a puck kicked out of the zone, and they didn't get it. They missed it. Grand Rapids took advantage of it. Check throw here is center ice, driven in by Nelson Johnson.
It was a very good game for the Lumberjacks.
Yes, he has. Robert steps into a man, and here comes Matheson back the other way. Mitchell Matheson over the line. On that. Sending it over the glass. 45 left to go in the third period. Jackson gets 4-2. And Alex Adams credited with the last goal, but I still think that was LaRock's goal, but if it is Adams' 11th of the year from LaRock.
The shift for 10 years back, line back out there now with 2:45 at the 8.
One by Grand Rapids, LaRock with the drive. That went off the list, and that went down. And Lipsy is really feeling that. LaRock really kept into that shot. And Rapids back to the blue line, a shot from traffic, and that hit both deep there, came off the end board. And held in by Adams. Adams down low, I think the legs there of Matheson, and now Bender will pick it up. Bender trying to force it out of the zone.
Great play by Bender,
Lipsy gets a free chance here to dump it down. And I think ball and Lipsy's down. Hobble his way to the bench for Cloquet.
Bender again skating that puck out, Randy got it to the blue line, chipped it out. They just didn't get it to the red line. Shooting it all down, shooting down the other end to the ice. Kobe Bender doing a nice job on defense, and what you got to do to make it that the next level in this game, you got to hold both ends together.
Derek Bloom comes up and takes Lipsy's spot down the line for Cloquet. And Bloom has it to center ice. Bloom brings it in, he's getting tapped from behind. Wow, Amplehar was going to chop and wood. At the other end, here's a chance for Grand Rapids. And fighting through a check to Michael Miller, stolen away by Bender. Bender tries to one-hand it ahead from Dylan Johnson. Miller in the corner, and Hogan is there to cover him up. Soderberg now for Grand Rapids. There's Soderberg, a drive, and a stand on it. Comes right back to the Grand Rapids player. Check away from him. Rock up ahead now. Grand Rapids trying to keep the stick on the point shot by Drake Anderson over the last play. It's 1:41 left to go in the third period, and now Sam Hurst is going to head to the bench for the Thunderhawks, and Grand Rapids is going to put the extra attacker on.
And it's face off the feud, Randy.
It's on 5, Mike.
If you're Kyle Flat, you got to try to go backwards with this one, and then hope Nini can bring it around and out to the ice. I'll get the nice.
4-2 Lumberjacks lead with 1:40 left to go in the game, and a drive off the face off by Adams, loved by Bullhouse.
Off the draw. A nice score to the ball.
Jacks still have a 23-21 edge in shots on goal. Another face off to the left of Bullhouse, and this time Flat wins the draw. Nini is slow to get to the block, and he has the pocket kicked from behind. Grand Rapids took the extra player. Roberts has to go through his skate, and Jack can't get it clear. Now the Jacks can't get the puck. And Lumberjacks puck goes right in for Cloquet.
Went for that empty net. You just missed it.
1:08 left to go in the third period. Another face-off coming back to Lumberjack zone as Bender comes right back on with Dalton Johnson. They get a short break.
Well, it's clear they need Bender out, but he's got to be out for the rest of the game. Again, he had a great game offensively. He played a great game of defensive hockey, too.
Off the face-off, with the draw, but Grand Rapids comes up with this. Thunderhawk can't get hold of it. Here goes Johnson on the net. The net, but it's not an icing call. Dalton Johnson just missed the open goal. Grand Rapids sends it behind its own net. Under a minute left to play.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to get a penalty here as Glass going to get whistled for checking from behind, or a cross-check. That is a weak call with 48 seconds left.
I mean, it was a penalty, but they've gotten away with a lot here tonight. That's case, but much like the Grand Rapids players.
Glass going to go to the box for
The worst thing about Randy is it was in the offensive zone of Spokane. It goes all the way back down to the Lumberjack defensive zone and stops the clock.
Grand Rapids going to take the time out. Time of the penalty, 16-12. Glass for cross-checking. That's 16-12. All Lumberjacks aren't going to make it easy. 8 seconds left to go in the third period. 42 Jacks the lead. Kyle Glass in the penalty box for cross-checking. Face-off to the right of Casey Holhauser. Bender and Matson on the face-off. Won by the Thunderhawks. Shot by Nassar on the stick. Driven around behind the net. Near side. And under Robert Pat's line. Put out the center. Didn't get all of it, but he got it out.
I'd like to get that back.
Bender helps it on into the Grand Rapids zone, and now it goes off of Johnson's skates into the Grand Rapids bench with 28 seconds left to play.
And Robert tried to flip it out high into the up high, but he probably would have been better off just firing it at the net because there's no ice to get that empty net.
Face off in center ice, Bender and Madsen. Grand Rapids has a 6-on-4 stat advantage with power play and Sam Gertz, goaltender, on the bench for the Thunderhawks. Now it's turned over, but kept alive by Madsen. As Madsen in behind the net, skates it around. Now back to the point, a shot in front. Holhauser the save. Rebound is tapped, and Holhauser has it. Madsen comes in, and what
Right on the doorstep, Randy.
another great save by Casey Holhauser with 8 seconds left to go. And I think I know who my star of the game is going to be, or one of them, because he's played fantastic tonight.
Yeah, he's turned the good season around and possibly the season of the team. Solid game here tonight.
8.2 seconds left to go in the third. 42 Jacks to lead Grand Rapids. 2-man advantage, 6-on-4. Matson on the face-off. Matson back to the blue line. Here's a drive. Way wide, and the Lumberjacks are going to pick up their of his high school career so far, Mike.
That's probably one of the
huge effort for Holhauser.
better games for a goaltender from the Lumberjack program in a while. I mean, maybe going back to the Schroyer days where he had some pretty good games 4 or 5 years ago. But, that was a big question mark at the start of the year. A lot of inconsistency out of the Lumberjack goaltending core, but played pretty well tonight. I mean, overall the Lumberjacks, I think, had a few more quality chances. They win this one 4-2, but Rapids pressured at the end, and Holhauser made that breakaway save in the second period. Then he came up big on those scrambles in front of the net. Those are the toughest for a goalie, and there's a huge scramble in front of the net, and somehow he was able to make the save time and time again, and shots end up even 23-23, Randy, and Jackson this one 4-2.
All right, Lumberjacks win it 4-2, and we'll go to our Sammy's Pizza post-game report brought to you by Sammy's Pizza. Located on Highway 33 North. Stop in and check out their lunch buffet and enjoy the great feast of Sammy's Pizza, proud sponsors of Lumberjacks hockey. We'll be back with Lumberjacks assistant coach Kyle Young on the post-game report right after.